you're not doing yourself or the horse any good. You can't work when you have tension in your body. You can't work. You're going to hurt something. So these horses that got tension built up in their body, sure, I can get on her and ride her, but you know what it's going to be? I'm going to be in her face because she's got so much tension built up in here. And understanding how to get rid of that is huge. I don't care until I get cooperation and I can do all this stuff on the ground at liberty, because the horse will tell me the absolute truth, where she's tight and where she's not. So picking up the feet tells you a lot. If the horse is trying to pull the hind feet, he's trying to pull it forward. This mare here, she used to swish her tail and slap me in the face all the time. She's doing that intentionally. So all I've been doing really is changing her pattern and getting her to back up and back up straight. So if I ask the front of her to back up and I'm actually facing my belly button straight here, right, straight down her side, and if I touch her here and ask her to back up, if her front end goes over that way, that's because there's tension down along this side. So I don't step over there and try to get her chest again. I tell her to loosen up the hindquarters. Step your hindquarters over. So when I do that, I turn my belly button a little more towards your hindquarters and get the hindquarters to move and forget about the front. See, and that's why this mare kicked out at me the other day. And I know that. These horses that have tension, you find out where is the tension. And with her, moving the front end was harder than anything. So the anxiety started to come out in her front, you know, getting pinny-eared, started to bite a little bit. The other thing, you'll see these horses, they curl their lips sometimes when you're on their side, or they grind their teeth. That's just built up anxieties. They're aggravated. It's slapping you in the face with the tail. That's just built up anxiety. So a lot of times what I do with these horses is I put my body up against them. So if my body is up against you and I touch like shoulder and flank area with this hand, and my belly button is here, my energy is directly sideways. It's very light, just very light. When the horse really gets in tune with you, the whole body will just shift like that without moving its feet. So you find out what moves. Sometimes with this mare, the hindquarters would actually move and she'd actually move her feet. The front would get stiff, and then when you went and moved the front end, concentrate on the front, she'd move her front, but as she did, she'd get really tense here. And you got to be careful. When they start getting really tense like that, the next thing's going to come out and they're going to try to kick you. So it's helping them get over all that stuff. Stay soft and loose when you're around me. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to put my body up against her here, right? And I'm just going to touch and see, can I get her to just shift her weight. There. See? So if you watch, it's ever so subtle, but you're just going to feel the top of the horse just tip a little bit. And when it gets soft like that, their mind comes over here. It's not that she's really happy about it. Believe me, she's not. And it's you develop this by doing a lot of this. You learn. Is that horse turning and happy about turning? No, she's not. She's doing it, but she's not really happy about it. So, but when she does it, I do this. And I go, yeah, that's what I want. These horses don't care how much you know until they find out how much you care. That's what it boils down to. So when I can get this, you know, when her head is down low, you watch how their expression is on her face. See, there was nice. The head was low and she's looking at me, and I touch her nicely. So I come in here again. So I want you to watch her head and how her, so now I'm going to just lean on her. See, she's got kind of a cocky neck, like, see? So I'll push it. See, she's not really, it's not a soft understanding. So I'll push harder. When her mind drifts away, I push harder. There. And when she tips it over here, I just do that. And see if she can give me her mind. So I'll touch her here. So she needs to keep her mind with me, and I watch her expression here. Well, if her eye tips towards me, if her head lowers, see, she's not, her mind is here, but she's not softening. So I'll touch her here, touch her, touch her, touch her, until I get some type of reaction. I want a good reaction, not a bad reaction. So I offer my hands, and I watch her eye. So if I go here, here, see, I feel how much tension. When it's right, it is so light. I mean, your fingertips are so light. So I'll just try to back her up here. I'll turn my belly button here. And I want her to back straight away from me. So if I touch, just fingertip. So see how the front end is dripped? Now it's straightened itself out. But that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. So I'll try the same thing on this side. I'll move the front. So you're not seeing any really bad, difficult things, but you got to realize how much time I put in this horse. It's not like it's her second day here. We've been doing a lot of this at Liberty work, and I don't care. I'm not going to ride these horses when they're that tense. It's not about that, because all you end up is compliancy. You know, they're worried about the pressure in the face or somebody spurring them or something. No, when I put some pressure on her, I want her mind to be here. So I'll see if I can get her to shift her weight a little bit. See her shoulder, see what happened there? So her shoulder's tight, so I'll concentrate on the shoulder. And what you have to watch for is that nose. She wouldn't do that before. So when I focus more on the shoulder and I move her shoulder, I watch where her mind goes. If her mind goes away from me like this, you know you're getting in trouble. It's going to get tense down through here. So I'll touch her again here. There. But you see how she cocks her head, gives you this kind of, that's not really happy, and she is softening, and you got to take this stuff one step at a time. But until she can literally be soft with me, I'm not going to ride her. I want her, if I come here and I go, there, so that's not really good. She actually was a little bit of thought maybe, even though you don't see it, it's actually kind of a thought, well, maybe I'll take a nip at you. And I saddle her. See, she's not happy about this, you know, tightening up the cinch. So I do it, see how she gets a little bit cranky there. And there's a whole different feeling. You learn how to feel this stuff as to when is that really a nice attitude. When it's a real nice attitude, there's no tension. I can still, even though she is softening, there's still tension and anxiety built up in here. It's just the way she looks at you. See her lips, and she kind of, you know, on this side I can see her kind of curling her lip. She's not really happy about it. But as long as she doesn't try to bite me, if she tries to bite me, I'm certainly going to do something about it. Well, what am I going to do about it? There's a lot of different things, and it depends on. It depends on so much. Everything is so different on all these horses. So you work at little steps and just getting all this. So where I can go here. So I'll see if I get just a little bit of shift. Yeah, a little bit. But there goes the front. So I concentrate on the front. And I watch where the nose is. See how the nose is over here? If the nose is over here, I know she's softening in through here. And that's the important part. So when I'm tightening her cinch, I'm careful about, you know, I use my elbow if I have to. But I don't stay in there. See, she has a bit of anxiety there about that. She gets defensive. So what I'm going to do is come on this side, And I'll move her shoulder over. And what I do is I mount these horses just like this, loose. But I pay attention to what I'm feeling. So I come in here, put my foot in the stirrup, and I don't shove it all the way in. So when I come up here, I want to feel everything on this side. So if she starts to do that, that's what I do. Soften up. See how her nose goes over there? I know there's tension there. So the more the nose is connected to you, the better you're going to have. So if you need to back up more, you just go ahead. So I don't put my foot all the way in. I turn like this. Watch where the horse's nose goes. And I got all my weight on this side. If she tips her nose, I might touch her with this foot a little bit. So I step down, turn like this. I want the horse to do the same thing. Soften there. See, I'm just going to change her pattern. All that running away and that forward motion is forward. I'm going to back her up. Get soft over there and back up. So I'll come here, ask her to move her front end. See how her nose is? So when her nose is over here, I know she's pretty relaxed on this side. But see what she does there? I keep all my weight on this side. I might sling my leg over, but see, I still have all my weight on this side. I don't have my foot in the stirrup on there. I go over here. I want everything I do is to tip your mind over here and don't run away. So let's back up a little bit. And then I'll come over here. And I just keep repeating this process. So when it's good, everything will be good. So I could slip off of her any time if she tips her mind too much the other way. I keep my weight over here. I touch her over here. When I get off, I let my foot touch her flank area. See how she bends her head over here? There. That's what I want. If she softens like this, her mind is staying on this side. So if I ride her, when I get it to this point, this is pretty good right now. So yeah, riding her is not going to be too much trouble because I can just shift my weight, put my focus over here, get her mind to come over here without pulling on the reins. You get in a horse's face all the time, creates a lot of anxiety. I keep trying to tell people, get this soft through here, this will get soft. Tension, get rid of it.